So here's a 360-degree view of our part of the campground. We were kind of off in the corner, as I'm going to explain, but this was it. This was the view from the top of our RV, and we really enjoyed the spot that we had. That was it was cool. We had a good time. We're at the E.A.A. Air Adventure 2019. We went out to the air show yesterday, saw a couple of things. It was pretty cool. Walked around. I think there'll be some video of that. Not a lot. We're kind of busy. But our mornings are just this. Sitting here having coffee. Beth over there. The dog, who's always good at finding shade. She's down there shading. And me. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and this full-time living in the RV is kind of cool. So, but it gets pretty tight here. We're pretty fortunate where we ended up. We're sitting next to a creek. I'll give you a view of what we see. And you've seen from the roof. This is from the ground. There's a pickup truck over there. This is a drainage ditch running right in front of us, which might have been undesirable to a lot of people, but we really didn't care.
It doesn't smell bad.
About 2 blocks down, you can see the sign says, or maybe you can't, but it says 20th, then 19th, then the next street is Stitz. Stitz is the main drag that runs down the middle of the campground area. There's 4 or 5 stores, pretty well stocked. Beth, what would you say they had? Typical 7-Eleven, but not a variety?
Just a little camping store with the basics that you need.
Like what? You shopped it.
Beer, water, milk, eggs, snacks.
Soap.
Charcoal, soap, you know, basic
Ice.
necessities, yeah.
And then like your emergency Advils and all that. So if you forgot something,
They'll have it, yeah.
yeah. Or if you ran out of something. And they did have beer. They had like light beer and regular beer. There was a special beer that they made just for this 50th anniversary of E.A.A. Air Adventure. It's a Pilsner or an ale. I haven't tried it yet, but we picked up a couple cans, and we'll maybe hit some of that tonight. We're expecting a friend of ours to stop in today from the city. Whether he makes it here or not is, you know, one of those things. He's still working. So, but yeah, we're here, and we're gonna hang out and enjoy the day.
So gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the whole? Did you catch the color on Bill's airplane? Hold with the vertical. He'll yell right, yell left. Forward on the stick to initiate a tumble. Then he'll roll to the recovery. Bring the nose up to the vertical. And then hang on the Hartzell prop and execute the torque roll. Recovery out of the torque roll. Another tribute maneuver to the late Shandy plant. This is built and now the knife edge pass. About this, give a big round of applause. Here comes Lima Lima again in the finger four strong left formation. T34 is here playing choice.
They all love it.
That was a wonderfully crisp 8-point roll right there. Yes, it was.
The golden age of flying. You saw the Ford triplane on the left, and this is a Coast Guard plane that had just come in. And he's kind of blocking the runway because he's getting ready to pull over. Now, how many times have you been on a flight where you're just waiting and waiting? Don't you wish they could just do this? Tell you what, we're going to turn this thing around. We're going to go the other way.
Here comes the Raptor doing a go-around. Here's some noise for you. Give you a face full of America. See if you can see the diamonds in the afterburner plume. You might just be able to see it. Sound of the afterburner's exhaust going supersonic. Let's take a look to the right to see if the landing light goes out. Oh, lightning! Oh, here we go. Look for the afterburner flume and hold your ears, kids. Your United States Air Force's F-22 Raptor. From the first fighter wing at Langley Air Force Base. 34 engines mounted on the back. This is one of the most potent airplanes in the world. The A-10 Thunderbolt 2. So here they come straight on with the lights on. Get a load of this for your eyes and your cameras. They have been in different host cities rehearsing their proficiency for Oshkosh. It's called FAST training, F-A-S-T. They pay for their own gasoline. They pay for their own hotels, their own rent-a-cars, their own food. They become ambassadors to aviation in the E.A.A. and the warbirds of America to the communities that they select to rehearse in. They will then have a
It's amazing.
given place. That is tight coordination for a civilian group. And it's the proficiency that they want to have before they so they mark the T-28 trailing head. 1, 2,
So this was Boeing Plaza. They actually had a 747 there. You can look in the background. There was a B-29 bomber you could get up close to. That's Doc, the B-29 bomber. This was the 747 parked right in the middle of the plaza. You could walk basically right up to the airplane. People were standing in line to get a look inside. We stood in line for about, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. It wasn't long. The opportunity to get inside a cargo 747 was worth standing in line. And off in the distance there you can see that F-35C Raptor. Nose of the airplane opened up, and here's the tail section where you could exit after you had toured the airplane. People were standing under the wing for shade, and we kind of did the same. It was really neat getting that close to a 747 working engine. The thing was immaculate, unbelievable. Of course, they didn't fire it up, but inside, the thing was a huge. It was a cavern. So cool.
Like tanks and horses. Oh, really? And all kinds of big stuff goes in the nose. Yes, everything is all designed. Yes, yes, sir. Yeah. So these circle the globe. These great big ones carry a whole bunch of stuff. They go like Anchorage, Tokyo, like that Dubai. Yeah, those guys are gone probably 2 weeks at a time at least. Yeah. But this grandmother here only goes for a few days at a time. I'm pretty senior. I'm number 100 out of 3,000. Already 30 years last month.
So on the floor of this airplane was all rollers. It was there for cargo use. And it was all mechanicalized, or not mechanicalized, computerized. They just rolled the containers on, and the container's weight was all determined before it even got on the airplane as to where it was going to go. So it was really a cool tour. All right, what do we got, Beth?
This is a Ford Transit camper van.
Camper van. Really cool paint.
Yeah. Look what it says here.
California 1.
You gotta stick your
So
head
it's got our flooring.
in there. Yeah.
Looks like you just pop up top there. So here I am up in the top, I guess, what you call it. It's fabric. Looks like there's plenty of room to sleep here.
Has a built-in power inverter.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Good for a weekend.
Yeah.
It's got a hitch.
These things are fast.
This is day 2 of the air show, day 4 that we've been here. Pretty cool. The temperature's cooled way off. It hasn't rained in a couple days. Fields are drying out, so it's turning out to be a pretty good time. We saw some cool stuff today. Hoping to see some more tomorrow. We're just kind of getting settled in, which means it's probably time for us to leave. So we're just waiting for the bus to get back to the camper, and I think we're just going to hang out and drink some beer and just hang out. Anything from you?
Well, I didn't pick the poop destination.
So there we go.
Because he didn't want.
So this is how you get around. School bus.
School bus.
So Beth is telling me it's time to wrap it up. What better way to do that than with a flyover of a B-25 bomber? Something you don't see every day. So the E.A.A. 2019 AirVenture Show was awesome. It was really a good time. It was well worth the time that we spent to get there and to stay there. The air shows were great. There was anything you could want to see. There was military stuff. There was guys jumping out of airplanes. I mean, you know, just really a good time. If you do go, make sure you see a nighttime show. Really hard to film, so we didn't include any of that, but it was really good time. So if you're new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We do put out videos on occasion, a couple times a month, trying to get on a better schedule, but just check by. And that's it for this one, and hope to see you up and down the road.